Tourist season starts from April and until October. And I really think that it's better to start with bad scenes because I think that there's more negative sides of tourist seasons than positive sides. And first thing is that there's too much people. Like really huge amount of people, especially in Edinburgh, especially in August, because in August there's Edinburgh Festival, and it feels like whole Europe, or maybe even like more than Europe, are coming to Edinburgh to enjoy the festival. And honestly, I visit by myself, like military tattoo show. It was really impressive, really good. Oh, so much widgets. Yes, but amount of people on the streets, like in restaurants, in shopping malls, and so on, was crazy. So it's a really huge amount of people, and it's not only in Edinburgh. Even when you go to Highlands, like all hiking trails become too overcrowded. And for example, some tourist locations like NC500 route, there may be a traffic jam, like middle of nowhere traffic jam, and it's not some sheep on the street which are blocking the road. No, it's actually a huge amount of cars. Second thing is actually following the first one, that it's really difficult to find a parking space. In case you go to Highlands during season and you obviously need a car, it's really difficult to park anywhere. Of course, if you're talking about really tourist places like Ferry pools, Old Man of Store, Achmelvich, I guess, and Kazbistak, there's lots of parking spaces. But if you are talking about some locations like Balnakale Beach, there's no parking spaces at all. Usually, that parking space is enough maybe for one, two, I don't know, like less than 5 cars, okay? So yes, no parking spaces. It's really difficult to park, and people start to park just on the road or in passing places, which is not acceptable. So it's a huge problem that there is no parking. And third thing is that everything become extremely expensive. Like accommodation become extremely expensive. Even if you are booking things in advance, they still will be expensive. For example, um, in May on Isle of Skye, the cheapest price you will be able to find, I guess it will be like £500 per night at least. And usually they start to make requirements to book at least 2 or 3 nights. So, for example, Isle of Skye, 3 nights in the same area is like at least £1,500. Or if you are talking about Isle of Harris area next to Leskintire Beach, like their prices can go up to £5,000 per week or £7,000 per week, which is extremely expensive for Scotland. Everything become really expensive comparing to not tourist season. Like I have huge amount of midges flying. And actually, the number 4 it's midgets and ticks. Huge amount of midgets. I mean that spring just started. We have this kind of beautiful weather for maybe 4 days now, but amount of midges are crazy. They are forming clouds, and I was taking video of them today when I was walking around. Like they're eating me alive, even now. Like everywhere, just midget. And same for ticks. Before I come to Scotland, I have never been bitten by tick. But once in May on Isle of Skye, some tick bite my leg. Yeah. And then next one, it was in September in Glencoe, another tick bite my leg. And next problem is that it's really difficult to book ferry if you are driving, and really difficult to book hotels. So because there are such a huge amount of people who want to go to all kinds of islands, like Isle of Mull or to Isle of Barra or Isle of, I don't know, Islay, there is not enough space inside the ferry for all cars, and you have to really book your tickets in advance. And sometimes, even when you are trying to book them 1 week in advance, still not enough like space. So it's really difficult to book ferry. I think now we can go to positive sides. And first one is this kind of weather. You can see I have a blue sky. Of course, it's not all the time like this. Sometimes there's rain, sometimes there's wind. But if you're lucky, and if Mitch is not eating you alive, there may be some glorious weather. So, yes. And the second positive thing is that because there's a glorious weather, there's no wind, there's no storm, your ferry will not get cancelled like in winter, because during winter and during autumn, because of frequent storms, our ferry get cancelled. And I had this kind of, oh my god, I think I have to move to another location. Okay, I really move. I moved to another location because midgets were eating me alive. Next, positive thing that like ferry not get cancelled, like unlike in winter or in autumn because of frequent storms, ferry get cancelled. So you can actually plan your trip and don't afraid that randomly you will not be able to return back to mainland Scotland. And next, good thing about tourist season is that everything is open. Like all restaurants are open, all museums are open, all kind of interesting things like Black House on Outer Hebrides are open. So you can really enjoy all of those like castles and museums in Highlands. So next good thing that you can actually go to Staffa and to St. Kilda. So in case you really want to see that Staffa cave, that basalt columns, or just experience St. Kilda or take any kind of tours, then you actually can do it only during tourist season. Or in case you want to take a boat across Loch Lomond, or in case you want to have a tour on Loch Ness, then all of these things are working only during tourist season from April until October. So, yes. And last thing is that lambing season. It's actually my favorite part because I really enjoy looking at those tiny sheep which are running around. And April, May, June, they are like the most perfect time to come and look at tiny sheep. You know, they are so funny when they are small because they have really long legs, so they looks like tiny horse and really long tail, and they are really running around and jumping around like small goats. Now that small goats, they're behaving in really funny ways. They're jumping on top of the mom and riding it. So same here. And also when they're eating, they are shaking their butts like this. So lambing season is, I guess, it's the most important from all positive sides of tourist season. And of course, there's lots of activities. So you can go to kayaking, you can do wild swimming, or you can do gliding, or you can just, you can do whatever you want. You can go hiking and anything. But remember, there will be a huge amount of people who will do the same. So in case you have any questions, let me know in comments. I will answer everything. And in case your question is like really interesting, I will make a video out of it. So thank you so much for watching this video. Like, please like, comment, and subscribe. See you.